This week, David Chauvin's been charged for the murder of George Floyd. But when I saw this picture, it makes me wonder if they got the right guy. And you know, when someone draws a line from the eye to the ears, that's my domain. I'm a face reading expert. In this episode, we're going to prove whether they got the right guy or is that a stunt double. And also we'll talk about Maxine Walters, what's the personality behind that face, and also Nancy Pelosi. The verdict is out this week. David Chauvin's charged for the murder of George Floyd. He kneed on George's neck for over 9 minutes and George Floyd died of suffocation. This picture insinuates that they do not have the right guy and they have already swapped the murderers. When they drew a line from the eye to the ear, they said that one suspect the ear is lower and the other suspect the ear is higher. So we are going to get to the bottom of this today and I'm going to show you how it's done. So what do? You put the two pictures aside, you use Adobe Photoshop, you cut and paste so it has a new layer and it's shown here, and I can shift this over. We flip the picture, we flip it horizontally, and then we try to align this by using transparency or opacity. See, so this is what we're going to do right now. And obviously the ears do not match and the nose do not match, so you do a rotation. What we are trying to do is we're trying to get all the pictures aligned, and then if we see if it matches, so we put the ear together and the nose together, and now we need to increase the size by using the scale function, and there we go. Does it look like the same guy? Now the eyes match perfectly, the ears match perfectly. Yeah, so we see we match the nose, we match the eyes, and we do a little bit more rotation. There we go. I quite believe that you do have the same guy. And there you have it. They do have the right guy. And this is exactly how conspiracy theories pop out, because non-experts simply just take two pictures. While one chin is higher, one chin is lower, they draw a line and say, hey, there's a different guy. Now, you put the ears together, you put the nose together, you put the composite together, you superimpose, and there you get the right guy. It was the same thing we did for Paul McCartney, who was allegedly killed in a car crash in 1966. No, we got the same Paul. We've got the same guy who wants to hold your hand. If you're new to my channel, we talk about body language, but I'm also a face reading expert. This face reading is based on epigenetics. It is about profiling and not about fortune telling. So I want to talk about David Chauvin, and what do I see here? You can see distinctly on his right eye is slightly smaller than his left eye, and that tells me that he is more affectionate when he's at home, but he's more focused when it comes to work in a more logical sense, less empathetic. And you can also see that his upper lips is very thin compared to George Floyd, of course. And yeah, right, ethnicity do play a part in your genes. If you want to have a better explanation, I have a video in this link that explains to you more about what epigenetics is, and you can also take the course down as I put it in the link below. And what it says with the thin upper lips, and while a lot of Americans do have thin upper lips, not all of them have thin upper lips. And the ones that have thin upper lips, they are more reserved, they are careful on what they can say and what they cannot say. So they're more subdued, they're very careful in how they reply, as compared to George Floyd. He'll be more talkative and he'll be more expressive in how he feels. Maxine Walters is in the spotlight because she called for more confrontation with regards to this case. So let's take a look at her picture and let's see what it says. So her first countenance tells me that she is an angry person, very weary. Her eyelids are drooping, her emotional lines are showing. And we're not talking about body language, we're talking about face reading. The face reading is not about her expression right now, which is definitely a negative expression, but we are looking more on the lines and the features on the face. Okay, so what it tells me is this lady has gone through a lot of school of hard knocks. She's gone through a very emotional personal life as well as a career. Her massive eyelids tells me that she can be extremely affectionate and lovely lady towards her family and the ones that she loves. And you know, I would like to look at the side view, because the side view tells us so much about a person. In particular, the ears. Her ears shows that she has large ears and high ears. This lady is probably really well read. She loves information. She gets herself ready before a verbal altercation with the facts and the figures. Her eyebrow is wing, and that confirms she's quite confrontational. But you also see that it's thick from the center and fizzes out at the side. So she probably has more energy starting out a topic or a subject or a project, and then will dedicate it out to the people below her. If that's a real set of teeth, it's a really nice set of teeth. If she did not use braces or cosmetic surgery, then it tells me that she's got a lot of support during her childhood. Next, we move on to Nancy Pelosi. How many of you were shocked when Nancy Pelosi ripped up what appears to be a copy of the presidential speech from Donald Trump? Why would someone at that high status do that?
She did.
Wait.
She sure did.
I'm not American. I'm from Singapore. And I don't know Nancy Pelosi until that moment when I said, okay, how could someone, she's the Speaker of the House, right? How could they have the audacity to do such a thing? So that got me really interested to look at her and look at the personality. And here's a bonus for you. I went straight for her ears. And this is what her ears look like. One of the most unusual looking structures of the ears I've ever seen. And what does it say? It, you know, there isn't a hard science on this yet, but people with very unusual ear shape, they are extremely unpredictable. So that's all I have for you today. If you like my channel, please subscribe and wait for the next one. I'm gonna do body language on Justin Bieber.